On May 27, 2025, the nuclear-powered aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, CVN-68, once again demonstrated its strength in the South China Sea. Under a busy sky, FA-18F Super Hornet fighter jets from the Fighting Red Cox Squadron, VFA-22, took off from the deck, conducting intensive flight operations. This was not merely an exercise, it was a clear signal from the U.S. 7th Fleet that they are present to uphold stability, maritime freedom, and peace in an increasingly tense region. The Nimitz departed from Naval Base Kitsap in Bremerton, Washington on March 21, 2025. This may be its final mission before retirement. Alongside Carrier Strike Group 11, comprising Carrier Air Wing 17, Destroyer Squadron 9, and several guided missile destroyers, the Nimitz brings a formidable naval combat force ready to act in the strategically vital Indo-Pacific region. The Nimitz's return to the South China Sea cannot be underestimated. Tensions are rising, China's maritime claims are expanding, and militarization of the region continues. The U.S. is responding with a tangible presence, not only through the Nimitz, but also the USS George Washington, CVN-73, which is operating in the waters of the East China Sea. 2 U.S. aircraft carriers are active simultaneously in the Western Pacific. This is rare, but when it happens, the world sees that the United States remains determined, capable, and ready. These exercises are not just for show, but also to strengthen cooperation with allies and demonstrate that the U.S. is ready to operate freely in international waters. On the other hand, the amphibious assault ship USS America LHA-6 is also in the Philippine Sea. With its ability to carry F-35Bs and MV-22 Ospreys, America strengthens the combat posture and operational flexibility of the U.S. Navy. The South China Sea is not just any body of water. It is a major global trade route, worth trillions of dollars annually. Amidst escalating coercive tactics and unilateral claims, the United States and its allies continue to stand at the forefront, safeguarding freedom of navigation and international maritime law. Through their strong and consistent presence, the operations of the Nimitz, George Washington, and America send a clear message. The Indo-Pacific remains a priority, and to safeguard it, vigilance, cooperation, and real strength are required. However, behind these military maneuvers lies a deeper strategic message. The deployment of 3 large warships, the Nimitz, George Washington, and America, is not only a response to regional dynamics, but also a reaffirmation that the Indo-Pacific is not a gray zone that can be unilaterally claimed. In recent months, China's maritime activities in the region have increased dramatically, including the construction of artificial military outposts, armed Coast Guard patrols, and the expulsion of fishing boats and foreign vessels. It is against this backdrop that the presence of American ships serves as a counterbalance to power and a guardian of stability. Beyond showcasing military strength, these operations also strengthen cooperation with allies and partners in the region, such as Japan, the Philippines, and Australia. Joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and maritime coordination are being intensified. The Indo-Pacific is now the primary strategic arena of the 21st century. It is important to remember, this is not about provocation. It is about prevention, about demonstrating that global shipping lanes cannot be controlled by a single nation. That freedom of navigation is not just a military interest, but a global economic interest. In the coming weeks, the USS Nimitz and its battle group are expected to continue patrolling the region, visiting Allied bases, and conducting further joint exercises. Despite its impending retirement, the Nimitz ended its service with a strong statement that until its last breath, it would remain a symbol of U.S. naval power. While flagship vessels like the Nimitz and George Washington continue to operate on the front lines, U.S. naval power is further bolstered by the presence of guided missile destroyers such as the USS Decatur, DDG-73, and USS Chung-Hoon, DDG-93. These ships play a crucial role in supporting air defense, anti-submarine warfare, and protecting the perimeter of the Carrier Strike Group formation. In the air, Carrier Air Wing 17 carries out various missions, ranging from maritime reconnaissance to simulated long-range airstrikes. F-18 Super Hornets, E-2D Hawkeye reconnaissance aircraft, and MH-60R helicopters continue to maintain air superiority and monitor foreign ship activities in the operational area. Overall, as the world re-enters an era of great power rivalry, the South China Sea has become more than just a shipping lane. It has transformed into the main stage for global influence. Here, strategy, diplomacy, and military power converge along an invisible line that determines the future direction of the Indo-Pacific. The operations conducted by the USS Nimitz and its allied ships are not merely routine military exercises. They symbolize resistance to unilateral pressure, serve as a reminder that the world order must not be shaped by coercion, and demonstrate that regional security cannot be separated from fair and mutually respectful cooperation. The United States, with all its power and influence, does not merely safeguard the seas, it safeguards principles. The principle that free trade routes, legitimate national borders, and international law are not concepts open to negotiation. And when the USS Nimitz finally closed the long chapter of its service in the history of the U.S. Navy, it did not depart in silence. It departed with a message that true strength lies not only in steel ships and fighter wings, but in the resolve to remain present, to protect peace, uphold freedom, and ignite hope for a more stable and just world.